Dan. This is the 40-acre hustle, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do today, this morning anyway.
Haley, Zayden, Andy, and Dan. April 6, 2026, we're planting Fraser fir Christmas tree. Dan owns Tree Farm. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, little change of plan. It is raining, so I'm gonna do something else. I gotta get, I don't know if you can see it in this mess, but I gotta get this Allis Chalmers G out to cultivate the Christmas trees. So I'm gonna do the outside of the rows with this, and then I'll do the in between the trees with the wiggle hoe that I showed you. But I got a bunch of stuff to take off of here. And then I haven't had this thing running in a year or so, so we'll see if it fires up. I'll show you what I gotta do usually to get it going. Not too bad. I rebuilt that thing like 20 years ago. All right, anyway. I'll show you what it looks like when I get it out of there. All right, we got all the stuff cleared out of here. This is my Allis Chalmers G. Was my grandpa's. I rebuilt the engine on this probably, I don't know, 20 years ago. I was pretty young. It has 60 over pistons in it. So that's the last time you can put oversized pistons in this thing. So it looks like we got a flat tire, a lot of dry rot. I'm hoping the inner tube holds. It's like that every year. Looks like the front ones are good. And we're gonna add one more of these to the front. And then one more of those goes right there. We'll adjust those. I think I have them right there on that barrel. But first things first, we'll see how the battery is. I'll bring my jumper pack over and we'll check the gas. Check the oil while we're here. Let's see. Come on. Well, it's Needs probably a little bit. Maybe a quart. Now, as soon as I got this thing back together, it wasn't too long after, and my rear oil seal started leaking on it. But I use it so little bit that I just add a quart of oil, and I don't park it somewhere where I'm worried about oil getting on the floor, or you need to put something under it. Now, let's check the water. Antifreeze. Looks like that could use some. All right. So when I turn the key, I'm hearing a little spark from over in this area. And before I would wiggle this thing around and it would work. So I thought maybe these were loose, and they were loose. So I got these tightened up. But then I got to looking, and look at this thing wiggles all around here. So I think, you know, it's only held on by that screw, so maybe it's not getting a good ground there. So I'm going to try tightening that up. I don't know if I can. Boy, I don't know if that did it. I think it's a little tighter. And now let's see if it turns. Oh, and it started right up. Ha. All right. This thing runs nice. All right, I'll show you what I'm gonna do with this thing. Like I said, I'm gonna add one more cultivator. Got them right there. This one, these two. Then I'm gonna do the Christmas trees with it. All right, see ya. Get this thing out of here. Yeah. Kind of a pain to get on it. See if it'll start back up. You can give it more gas. There you go. Hold on. Gotta chase him over there. Oh, you got it in the wrong gear.
So what's the gear pattern?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
It's on the column. That's first. That's first. Or second. That's third or fourth. That's second.
Tell me about the deck.
You gotta keep moving.
Well, tell me about the deck.
Get it down as deep as you can go. Couple more notches. You want it just enough so it's digging up the roots. That's not bad. Let me see. Little deeper if you can get it. You gotta push up with your arm. Heave it up. There you go. I think it'd be better if you were going faster. Try second. And then sometimes, you know, I'll go like this to clear it if it needs it. I'll jerk it down and then jerk it back up just to clear the dirt out but I do it while it's moving. Yeah, you got to do it while it's moving, otherwise it doesn't dig in the way it's supposed to. You got to do it while it's moving. There you go. No! All right, we're out here wiggle hoeing the Christmas trees. I'm going to show you how this thing works. He sits back here. That's right. Keep moving. Just roll it till you can see the weeds in there. Try to do this at the same time. Are you ready?
Yep. Go down, yeah.
Now, I won't be able to go up all the time. Fast as you want. Let me when they hit.
Yeah, this rig worked good. Pull in and out, up, down, worked nice. Thanos Tree Farm.
Definitely got to move these feet over. You can see over on this side. This holds about 3 gallons of fuel, I think. Just turn the gauge on and it says it's full. All right. The other reason I really like these Kubotas, especially this one, it's 4-wheel drive and they're really good on fuel, and they're like a little bull for their size. It'll dig it right down into the dirt, right down. They're great. For the side and drop it down here. And I am going to go ahead and hook it up right now, and we're going to go out until the Christmas trees. I want to show you what the trees look like in the weeds situation out there. Clean out all the trash out of the tiller before we head out. Make sure it doesn't get wrapped up in anything there. See, here's a wire here. You don't want these wires getting up in there. I don't know, they might get up into the bearings or something, so let's get it out of there. Check that, make sure your stuff is clean, and then let's get to it out in the field. Beautiful day, a little bit windy. Oh no, had to stop and save one tree. Oh, come on. There, maybe prop it up a little bit. All right. Hopefully you don't see too many of those, but I try to stop and get any bad ones that don't look good. I want to try to plow it, or not plow it, till it fairly quickly now that the weeds are under control, so it doesn't take me forever to do it. If I keep up with it, I want to be able to do it, so I want to try to go in second gear here, and then this has got 2 PTO speeds, 540 and 825. Let's try it at 540 first, see how that works. Sometimes you got to let off on the clutch a little bit to get this to go in there. Here. Oh, there it goes. All right, let's try that. see the weeds untilled. This one's just tilled. This is, you can see in between how weedy it is already. This one's just tilled. It's not. It's not. So you can see, got to keep up with it or it's just no good. Especially on this end, look how weedy it's getting. So this is the last row. So I'll till up here, it'll be one, and then on over. All right, I'll show you what it looks like when I get done. You can see rows are pretty clean. They look good. So it's been about 4 weeks since I planted these. I think if I just keep up with this tilling and then in between the rows with the cultivator, maybe once a week, it takes about 45 minutes to do the passes. I don't know, we'll see how much work it is to keep the weeds out. Alright, the rain's gonna chase me out of here, but I got it mostly tilled up. I think it looks pretty nice. That should give them a good head start on the weeds. Oh, I gotta come back and do this row. Some of them I had to go up and down twice to keep close to the trees. Hopefully, like that one I need to go down again. This row I need to go down yet. The right side of that row. Maybe the right side of this row. Anyway, it looks pretty good so far. All right, see ya. All right, it's all finished up here. Got some grass in between that row still, but other than that, I had to go down the rows a couple times. One on each side to get nice and close. Yeah, it looks good. Just rained a little bit. Did a nice job. Even up to the last row. Hey, yeah. Okay, today's a new day. And we're gonna go out and do some cultivating this morning. I'm gonna check the oil. Looks pretty good. the water. Just, it was low when I first filled it. Oh yeah, it's right there at the top. Great. So it doesn't seem to be using any. All right, we're gonna take this out and cultivate the rows. I've already cultivated them twice, or maybe about 1.5. But I really want to get the rows clean and, you know, get this thing dialed in so that I can go out there and maybe do it once a week, keep up with it. And I think the key is to keep up with it. Neutral. Oh yeah, start right up. All right, let's go do it. Let's get back out to the trees here. Neutral. Key on. Shouldn't have to choke it. All right. Gotta get that tree cleaned up. Cleaned up that area with the skid steer a little bit. Bandwidth. In my row of shame pile of stuff. Alright, let's get back to that. All right, I'm out here this morning cultivating the Christmas tree. So this is a row I just got done with. And then let me step over into a row so you can see. But you can see already the weeds are coming up. This has been a week ago already. Look at, they're coming up all over the place. See them? Right in the row. So by me cultivating like this once a week, and if it takes me about an hour, and I stay on top of it, I'm hoping to keep the weeds down. So I go every 2 rows down, and then every 2 rows back, and then every last one that's left on the way back. All right, I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. There's my dog. Coco. There's the Jade, ready to go to work. Runs great. Okay, this is the last row here. It's looking pretty good. Let's get down there and do it. I can do it with one hand. Got to be kind of moving to get this thing to go down, and then it almost puts itself, it grabs itself Yikes. I gotta point the point of that right at the Christmas tree. So I aim the arrow right at it, or maybe just a hair to the left. And then that way it goes right down the middle. If you look at it underneath the tractor, it's too late. So you gotta pay attention there. Oh, there's a dead one. That was it. All done with the trees. With the cultivating down each side of the row. Well, one pass does both sides. Still got some grass. I'll probably have to put some Roundup on that. Other than that, they're looking pretty good. And the last one right there. And Gary's soybeans are coming up already. Beautiful out there. Thanks for watching my video. I got some other stuff coming up here. I got other parts of my hustle is I buy and sell stuff on Marketplace. So I buy and fix. This is my shop. I got a couple mowers here. Actually, I have probably 3 or 4 here to fix up and sell. Tractors, any of that kind of stuff. But anyway, stick around. I got some cool stuff coming up. See you next time. All right, I got it all loaded up. The guy picked it up with a forklift and put it right on there. I'm looking forward to getting this thing fixed. I'm thinking it's either going to be the motor's bad or the transmission's bad. But we'll see. For $700, I think I can get that in parts. All right, I got about a half an hour drive home. See ya. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the next video.